Chapter 11. The Ahi Stone. The villagers jumped out of the way as the lava hit the ground, sizzling. The lava dragon reared his head back for another attack. "Worm, freeze Ka!" Drake called out. Worm closed his eyes. A moment later, he and Ka began to glow green. Ka stopped moving, his open mouth frozen mid-roar. But the villagers did not slow down. One of them sent a spear flying toward Khepri. It almost hit Apelli. She dove to the side, knocking down the spear with her hand. Then Kalama's voice rang out. "Drop your weapons! You could hurt the children!" Someone yelled. "But the dragons—" "I will handle this," Kalama interrupted. "Go back to the village." The villagers lowered their weapons and walked away. Kalama marched toward the dragon masters. "Why isn't this dragon moving?" she asked. "Worm is using the power of his mind to freeze him," Drake answered. "He can't hurt anyone right now." Kalama turned to her daughter. "Apelli, where did this lava dragon come from?" she asked. "Mother, I wasn't imagining things when I told you about the dragon rock," Apelli said. "It really was a lava dragon. His name is Ka." "He is very dangerous, Apelli," Kalama said. "The healers must send Ka back to the land." "No, Mother, please," Apelli pleaded. "Drake and Anna think I could be Ka's dragon master, that I can connect with Ka. She will be able to keep him calm," Anna added. "We just need to bring them back to our kingdom. Apelli needs a dragon stone like this one." She touched her dragon stone. "Drake and Anna, that is what I was about to tell you before we were attacked," Apelli said. "My mother wears a stone like your dragon stone. It is called the Ahi stone. They come from the heart of a volcano." Kalama looked down at her necklace. She took off a green stone that hung from a cord. It was bigger than Drake's and Anna's dragon stone, and a different shape, but it glittered just like theirs. "Wow, that does look like a dragon stone," Drake said. "But I thought all dragon stone had to come from the prime stone," Anna said. "Maybe the prime stone came from a volcano too. We don't know for sure," Drake replied. "I think Apelli should try wearing the Ahi stone and see if it works like a dragon stone." Kalama put the stone around Apelli's neck. Apelli turned to Drake and Anna. "Now what do I do?" she asked. "It usually takes a long time for a dragon and a dragon master to connect," Drake said. "But Ka seems to already know you, Apelli," Anna said. "Maybe you could sing to Ka like you used to sing to the dragon rock." "It's just a silly song I made up," she said, "but I will do it. And to make sure no one gets hurt, Worm can keep Ka frozen until you have made a connection," Drake said. "We'll know if it works if your your Ahi stone begins to glow." Apelli took a deep breath and began to sing. Chapter 12. Angry and Afraid. Apelli sang to the lava dragon in a high, clear voice. "The flowers bloom in the sunlight, the clouds drift across the blue sky. I sit and watch the ocean waves as the birds go flying by, as the birds go flying by." "That is a beautiful song," Anna said. "Thank you," Apelli said. Then she looked down at the Ahi stone and frowned. "It's not glowing." "Try another verse," Drake said. Apelli continued to sing. "The flower closed in on the moonlight. The stars twinkled in the dark sky. I sit and watch the ocean waves as the bats go flying by, as the bats go flying by." Drake watched Apelli's Ahi stone. This time, as she sang, it started to faintly glow. "Apelli, it's working," he said. "Keep singing." Apelli kept singing, and the Ahi stone grew brighter. "You're connecting," Anna cried. "Apelli, I'm going to ask Worm to unfreeze Ka," Drake said. "You must tell him not to attack." Apelli nodded. She stopped singing. "Worm, release Ka," Drake called out. The green glow faded from the dragon's bodies and Ka began to move. "He's angry and afraid," Apelli said. "I can feel it." "Tell him that we won't hurt him," Anna instructed. "Ka, stay calm," Apelli told the lava dragon. "Nobody will hurt you. This is my mother Kalama and my friends Drake and Anna." Ka stopped roaring. He looked at Opeli. Her stone pulsed with green light and her face lit up. "I can hear Ka's words in my head," she cried. "He says he is afraid the healers will send him back to the land. He did not like that. He was lonely until I began to visit him." Opeli patted the dragon's leg. "You will never be alone, Ka. I will stick with you," she said. "I'm your dragon master." A happy sound came from the back of Ka's throat. "I see that you have connected with this dragon, Opeli," Kalama said. "But I am not sure what we will do now. This dragon cannot stay on the island." Drake looked at Kalama. "Can Opeli and Ka come with us for a few days?" he asked. "We still need Ka's help, and Ka needs his dragon master." Kalama shook her head. "I do not know anything about where you are from, except that it is far away," she said. "Take the dragons, but I cannot let Opeli go with you." Chapter 13. Ka's Promise. Opeli walked up to her mother. "Being a dragon master is a special thing, Mother. You have always taught me to help others. Now is my chance to help the whole world." Kalama frowned, thinking. Drake spoke up. "I have a mother too. I miss her, but she understands I have to travel far away so I can help others," he said. "She's very proud that I'm a dragon master." "And my father is very proud of me," Anna added. Kalama sighed. "First, tell me more about the evil wizard you're fighting. Why do you need my daughter and the lava dragon?" Drake and Anna explained about Astrid and her evil plan. Kalama turned to her daughter. "I will let you go," she said. "But you must promise me that you will come home as soon as your mission is done." "And what about Ka?" Opeli asked. "Will he be welcome back too?" "I will talk to the villagers," Kalama replied. "When our people first came to the islands, we didn't know how to communicate with the lava dragons. I will tell them that you can keep Ka calm." Opeli nodded. "And you must promise me not to awaken any of the other lava dragons who were sent back to the land," Kalama said. "One is enough for now." Opeli hugged her mother. "I'm a little bit scared to leave you," she admitted, and tears glistened in her eyes. "I will miss you." "I will miss you too," her mother replied. Then she walked up to Ka. "Take care of my daughter," she told the dragon. "Keep her safe." Ka turned to Kalama and bowed his head. Opeli's Ahi stone glowed. "Ka says that he will," she said. "He says it's a promise he will not break." Chapter 14. A New Dragon Master. "How will you get to this faraway land?" Kalama asked Anna and Drake. "Worm can bring us there in an instant using his earth dragon powers," Drake explained. "Opeli, in order to transport, you need to touch Worm with one hand and Ka with the other." Opeli obeyed, and Anna did the same with Kepri. "Goodbye, Mother," Opeli called out. She looked around at the island. "Goodbye, Manu. I will be back." Drake looked at Opeli. "This experience might make your stomach flip, but it doesn't hurt." She took a deep breath. "I'm ready." "Worm, transport us all to the training room," Drake cried. Green light flashed as they disappeared from the island. Seconds later, they appeared back in King Roland's castle. Bo and Rory ran up to them, followed by Griffith and Iko. "Drake, you have found a lava dragon," Bo cried. "And a new friend." "Yes, this is Ka, and this dragon master Opeli," Drake said. "It is nice to meet you all," Opeli said. She looked around the underground room, wide-eyed. "This is a very big place." "Welcome, Opeli," Griffith said. "And well done, Drake and Anna." "Vulcan and I did a good job too," Rory chimed in. "We got the Tenebrix stone from Gallia." "That's great," Drake said. "Now we just need the sea dragon and the wind dragon." Griffith walked around Ka. His blue eyes sparkled with excitement. "What a beautiful dragon you are, Ka. I have been studying the connection between fire dragons and lava dragons. I'd love to see both dragons in action." Bo stared at the lava pulsing under Ka's scales. "Rory, I think Ka looks even hotter than Vulcan," he said. Rory folded her arms. "I don't think so." Let's bring them out into the Valley of Clouds and right now and test it out. I would love to, Rory, but there is so much to do, Griffith said. Then he looked at Apelli. That is a very interesting green stone you are wearing. Thank you. It is an ahi stone, Apelli answered. But it looks just like a dragon stone. It glows whenever Ka and I make a connection. Griffith stroked his long beard. Very interesting. I should like to study your stone someday. We need to find the sea dragon next, Anna said. Do you know where we could find one? Bo nodded. Yes, we have found a book that says we need to go to... Poof! A wizard appeared in a cloud of glittering dust. Chapter 15. News from Navid. Jayana, Griffith cried. What are you doing here? The glittering dust disappeared. The head wizard's eyes were wide with alarm. I came to see if you've found a way to reverse the false life spell yet, she said. Not yet, I'm afraid, Griffith replied. We have a Tenebrick stone, but we only have one of the 3 dragons we need. Oh, that is not the news I was hoping for, Jayana said. Astrid's been working very quickly. Now she has all of the ingredients she needs. Can't you just get a bunch of wizards together and attack her? Rory asked. Several of us went to the land of Navid, Jayana replied. But Astrid's magic is stronger than I even imagined. She has placed many defense spells on the fortress to keep wizards out. We couldn't break through, but we are still trying. What about the dragons? Iko asked. Will her spells keep dragons out? We're not sure, Jayana replied. Dragons might be able to get through. Griffith spoke up. But now that we know Astrid can steal the powers of dragons and use them as her own, it is too dangerous. Our best hope is the counterspell. Jayana frowned. But if you still have 2 more dragons to find, then all may be lost, Griffith said. What about Mina and Casper? Drake asked. Have the wizards been able to free them? Jayana shook her head. Not yet. We haven't even been able to get close enough. Drake clenched his fist. This isn't right, he thought. Astrid is going to cast a false life spell. Mina and Casper and their dragons will stay stone statues forever. There has to be something we can do. And there was something they could do. Jayana had just said that the dragons might be able to get inside the fortress, but Griffith thought that was too dangerous because Astrid might steal the dragon's powers. Normally Drake listened to Griffith, but not this time. Worm escaped from Astrid once, Drake thought. If I ask Griffith to let me go, he won't let me. But I have to try. There is only one thing to do. Drake touched Worm's neck. Worm, take us inside the fortress of the stone dragon, he cried. The end.